Oh,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is episode 15 of the Last One Fast One podcast. We got a great guest tonight. He's all the way in Hawaii, which is pretty crazy. He's the top swimming recruit out of Hawaii. He's a winter juniors qualifier, and he's recently, or I'm not sure if it was recent, but he committed to University of Arizona to swim. It's Briscoe Beaton. Thanks for joining us on the podcast.
yeah. Thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah, no problem. So let's just get right into it. You're from Hawaii. Tell the viewers a little bit about like, were you born in Hawaii? Is that where your family's from, or how'd you end up in Hawaii?
Yeah, so my family always been through here. My mom, my dad have been here their whole life and grew up here, same house, same city, same place. So couldn't ask for a better place to grow up.
There you go.
Gotcha.
Where in Hawaii are you located?
I'm on Oahu, on the south side of that island. So I've been here my whole life. Love it.
Is
Gotcha.
like, are you next to the ocean, or like how's that work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm about half a mile away from the ocean, so it's pretty cool. I can walk down wherever I want. I can go surfing wherever I want, don't have to drive. And it's something I'm going to miss in Tucson, but gotta appreciate it while I have it.
Yeah.
For sure. I
That's
like
crazy. What's what's the swimming culture out like in Hawaii? A lot of people, do they swim competitively? Is it more just like the ocean and surfing? Like, tell us a little bit about that.
Um, I definitely think it's different from other states. Um, I think open water is definitely a bigger factor just because of the surfing and stuff. And it's smaller than most states, because there's just a bunch of other water sports you have to pick from. But I mean, the meets here are great competition. And it's cool. I get to do open water. I get to compete in the pool, ocean, and get to go to a bunch of different meets.
gotcha.
That's
So
dope.
do you actually end up doing open water swimming quite often?
Not anymore. A year ago, I went to Vegas for to qualify for open water nationals, but did that. I was third. I think Ilya Karun, he beat me by a minute. So I'll see him in college, but I didn't. I ended up not going to nationals. I just felt like it was the week after sectionals, and I didn't think it lined up very well. So maybe I'll do it more in the future though.
Yeah, that
How,
sounds really cool.
yeah. How long are those races? How long is that open water race?
Yeah, so I did the 5K,
Okay.
and it was not very pleasant. I did so like at like the 2.5K mark, my goggles filled up, and I went 200 yards off course and had to swim back another 200 yards on, and I was gassed. I was gassed for like 4 to 5 days after that. It was after I think 3 weeks of training. I
Yeah,
did 2 week break, and I went to 3 weeks of training and did that. So that was tough.
for
Gotcha.
sure. What's so that was in Vegas, right? You said?
Yeah,
So what kind of
yeah.
like body of water is that in?
It was in a lake, Lake Vegas. It was really different because I've never been in a lake. I've never been. I don't think I've even been close to one. But I think I like the north in the ocean because the current can mess with you sometimes.
Right.
But I think it's a really fun sport. It's tough and tiring, but um, it's very different from the pool.
Gotcha.
Absolutely. So hold
Well,
on, tell us I'm stuck on Hawaii. I just think it's so badass that you live there. Um
Yeah.
so how many islands are in Hawaii?
Oh, dude, I forgot. I think seven or
Okay.
eight. I think I'm in the middle island.
Okay.
The middle of the chain.
Gotcha. So like how many people live on like your island about?
Probably 800,000.
800,000. Okay.
okay. That's not a
And
lot.
Yeah.
like is it easy to get from island to island, or how does that work?
Yeah. It's probably 45 minutes to get to the furthest island away from me, on a plane. So it's really not that bad. I've taken boats to get to other islands too. It's like each island's probably around 50, 60 miles apart.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really not that bad, to be honest. That's the cool part. I can always go to a different place.
Yeah,
For
for
sure.
sure. And like when did you first leave Hawaii? Like were you there for like when did you first see the lower 48? Was it pretty early on or was it later on?
Um, the first time, I don't really remember. I think I went to Canada with my mom a couple of times when I was younger. But really the first time I remembered it, I went to San Diego when I was like 5 or 6.
Okay,
It
nice.
was like I was tripping out. It's very different from where I am right now.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So what other things do you do in Hawaii? Like favorite thing, like hobby wise, or just exploring?
Yeah. Luckily I'm in a beautiful place. So I like to go diving, free diving. I'll go out with my friends off a boat, like 4 or 5 miles offshore. Hiking's a big thing. Surfing too, not as much recently. And then mostly diving. I think that's the coolest part is that going down to 50, 60 feet and just like looking back up and seeing all the fish and the reef. I think that's the coolest part.
See any
Yes.
sharks out there or anything crazy?
Yeah. Not when I was diving, but I did a open water race like when I was 14. And this is when I used to be a sprinter.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm a distance swimmer. I don't know why I did that, but
Uh-huh.
I was basically in the back of the pack,
Uh-huh.
and I look under me, and there's like an 8 foot shark, and I just remember freaking out. But that was the only time I've ever seen it while I was in the water.
Wow.
Personally, I would like cry.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, I was like, that's the worst part. I saw a shark, and I had to swim another mile. That was the
That's
bad
rough.
part.
That's
Okay.
rough.
So like what does club swimming look like there? Because I mean, you said there's 800,000 people, so there has to be like multiple teams, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so there's probably 8 or 9 teams, eight teams on the island. Throughout the state, I don't know, but it's definitely a smaller community. Um, but the cool thing about it is like everyone knows each other. No indoor pools. That was a big thing. I want to go to mainline pools. Is that I've never been an indoor. Um, but smaller community, but I love it.
Gotcha. So since there's not as many teams, how do meets look like? Do all the islands come together for a meet, or is it
Yeah.
individually?
So, well, all the islands will get together probably 4 times a year. We have senior champs this November, and then state champs for short course is February, and senior champs for long course in June, state champs in July. But there's a couple of invitationals where a couple of outer island meets will come, but most of the time it's just guys from the same island.
I gotcha. So high school, since you said like short course, February is usually around like high school state for every other state. So do you guys kind of just like combine the two, or are they two separate sports almost?
Yeah, so I do online school, so I don't deal with all that.
Okay.
But I know the people, there's a lot of people on my club team that do high school, and it's literally 5 days apart. You have a 4 day state champ club meet, and then that next Friday, you're starting off with a 2 day high school meet. So that's tiring for them, but I'm glad I just get to watch.
Nice.
Gotcha. What was
Nice.
the decision
Go
there?
ahead, Luke.
All right. What was the decision there to go no high school swimming and state club all year round?
Um, I think that I just want to try out online school, see if it worked. I did it. And then COVID happened around the
Okay.
same time. So I was like, I might as well just stay on. But I think it's cool because I like being a spectator at a meet too. So I can go to all the high school meets and watch with my friends, and it's a different experience. But I've helped coach high school teams too, so I kind of get to see like both sides of how things are going.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. I bet it's pretty different experience.
For sure. What would you say the most popular sport is in Hawaii?
Probably football or surfing,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still
Gotcha.
football. That's actually, I'm surprised.
Did you
Yeah.
watch the Manti Te'o documentary?
No, but my mom did, my dad did. I gotta watch that, but I used to go to the same school as Tua Tagovailoa,
Oh,
so
no way.
that was pretty cool seeing him at school.
No shit. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, I saw some like renowned brain scientist told him he should retire because he's been getting like banged up in the head hard. Um, yeah, that was crazy. So you're swimming. Tell us about like kind of how did you find swimming?
Yeah, so my whole entire family always been water people. My mom did the Ironman. My dad was a paddler. I think I learned how to swim when I was like one.
Mhm.
But really, when I was 13, I didn't have a sport to do. I was very, very, very overweight. When I was 13, I think I was like 5'6", 185 pounds. So I was like, okay, I gotta lose some weight. Um, so I started swimming when I was like 13 and then tried it out for a couple months. I loved it. I just kept doing it.
Gotcha. Just out of curiosity, because for any of us like that don't live near the ocean, there's only like maybe like 3 water sports.
I
and
promise we'll stop talking about Hawaii really soon.
So
No, it's all
can
good.
I get like a quick off the top of your head list of all the water sports in Hawaii? Because you're listing off some I've never heard of before.
Okay, so we got regular diving in a pool,
Yep.
water polo, paddling, kayaking, surfing, swimming. Um,
Open water swimming for sure.
yeah, open water swimming. I guess you can count triathlon as that too, because it has swimming in it. Really, like I guess there's 8.
Okay, off
Yeah.
the top of your head, that's a lot more than I can think of. So, we'll get back into the swimming portion. So what's probably like the biggest or greatest meet of your life you swam so far? Where you think you did the best?
I think probably the most surprised I've probably been at a meet was Futures last summer.
Okay.
I really this is like I swam my first meet after COVID, like March 2021. Didn't do that good. I think it was 410 in the 500 or the 400 free.
Okay.
I really thought I was going to do better, and then I go into Futures 4 months later, I think, and I was just swimming it to swim it. Just saw I could do. I was 406 in prelims. I think I was 404 low in finals. I think I dropped 10 seconds in my mile, another 10 in my 800, and then I dropped. I think in April of that year, I was 2 to below in the 200 free, and then I let off the relay. Won in 155.1, and we broke the 800 free relay record for Hawaii.
Jeez.
Oh, nice. That's moving. So is the 800 free relay record for Hawaii, is that like an age group record, or like kind of talk about that a little bit?
It was the Open. We had we had 3 high schoolers on the team at that time, and then one of them was in college, but he came back from the home from the summer. He
Okay,
swims
cool.
at Utah. And so it was me, I was 16, another one of my teammates was 16, then we had a 18-year-old and a 19-year-old. So we got the
Gotcha.
open record.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's actually really impressive.
So
like,
do you sorry
No, you go for it.
do you prefer long course or short course?
I mean, it depends per event. If I'm doing backstroke, I definitely prefer short course.
Mm-hmm.
Breaststroke too. So I can't swim backstroke or breaststroke in long course at all. Or I can, but it's not as good. But for freestyle, 200 free, I'd probably prefer it. Short course, I prefer the 400 in long course. And butterfly, I'd probably prefer short course too.
Gotcha.
I gotcha.
And it's yeah, so we'll switch paces here a little bit. Talk a little bit about like your training schedule, like a day in the life, how you're training, and talk a little bit about some of your strengths as a swimmer, and then maybe some things that you think that going into college that you want to improve on.
Yeah, I mean, I think I still have a lot of potential because I started late. Training's been really tough. I wake up 4:50 a.m. I get to the pool at 5:35. I warm up a little bit. I swim from 5:50 until 8:30, and then I go home, and 4 days per week I'll pick some days, and at home I'll do 100 pull-ups, 500 sit-ups, 300 push-ups, and then I swim again in the afternoon from 3:30 to 6, and then I have Wednesday afternoon off, but all the other weekdays I have doubles, and I have Saturday morning swim.
Gotcha.
Thanks. Your schedule is very
Packed.
tough. Yeah. So you're swimming almost what 5 hours a day? You're swimming.
Yeah. Probably. Usually in the afternoon we'll do some dry land. We'll go into do some running or biking, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm at least swimming 4 hours a day, pretty much.
Gotcha.
Wow.
So take us through that rest day. Like, do you just like pretty much just chill the whole day, or do you like to go do other things like hobbies and stuff?
I just go home and I just eat a lot of food and I sleep. I don't think I could, even if I wanted to go out.
Yep.
I couldn't. I'm just that tired, and I gotta use the time to do some homework too. But
Sure.
sometimes I'll go out with my friends because we all have the afternoon off and we'll go do something. But most of the time I'm just sleeping and eating.
Yeah. So do you have like a big group of people that like is your club team pretty big that's doing like both of those swim practices? Do you have people that are able to like push you in practice, or is it hard to be self-motivated?
Yeah, so I switched club teams in June. My old club team was really big, but there really wasn't that many people to push me. And so I switched to Iolani Swim Club in June, and it's a much smaller team. I think we have 11 people in our senior group, and my old club team was like 35 or 40.
Mm-hmm.
But we've got these guys push me every single day. I think it's very unique. We're just like a huge family. Like we're super tight, super close, and we all swim like around the same stuff. I'm probably the only guy that goes over 500, but there's a lot of guys that'll push me in the 200 free, the 500, and the 100.
Gotcha. So is it the same group of people doing all those same practices with you?
It switches. Most of the time we're together, but me and my friend Evan will go into the 500 group on most days, and like when they're doing 200 pace 50s or like sprint 25s, we'll be doing like 25 100s, like 500 pace and stuff like that. But most of the time we're together.
For sure. And what do you think what do you think some of your strengths are in the pool?
I think definitely my back half. I'm a back half swimmer. My turns aren't very good. My start isn't very good, but I think my back half. Technically, I've gotten a lot better too, so I have a good technique. I have pretty decent underwaters, and I pretty much just rely on easy speed, and then back half and underwaters for swimming.
For sure. Just a little thought in my mind. Take us back to Hawaii for just a second. What is, like, if you were to just first time ever in Hawaii, what would be the number one place you would go?
Number one place I would go, I'd probably go to Waimea Bay. It's a beach on the north part of the island. Super beautiful, nice water, good food around there too. So if anyone's watching, go to Oahu. That's where you have to go.
Okay, that's best island for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
Best island.
All right, let's back into. So take us through. So you hit all these meets. What kind of like does the recruiting process look like for you? Like, were you one of those guys who the July hit and you're getting a ton of emails, or are you a little later to commit?
I mean, I think that for Hawaii, we had meets a lot later than other states. So
Okay.
I was definitely at a disadvantage for that. I mean, I was emailing a lot of schools in June, July, but I didn't get a reply till like after futures, like August is when it really started to hit. And then, I was talking to schools from August, and then narrowed it down to 3 schools in April, and then I committed to Arizona in May.
Okay.
And yeah.
What were the schools that you narrowed it down to?
That's what.
So it was Arizona, Alabama, and then ASU. So Arizona State was my third.
Nice. Did you take
Gotcha.
official recruiting trips to those?
I was gonna go on one. I went to Arizona, University of Arizona. I didn't go to ASU. I was gonna go to Alabama, but then I got COVID, and so I couldn't go on the trip. Um, but yeah, I went to Arizona in January, I believe.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Have you been able to connect some of the other swimmers going to Arizona as well?
Oh yeah, I've been talking to all the guys. I think we've got a really good group. I'm super close with the guys on the team too. I'll call like the distance guys and like see how they're doing like once or twice a week, see how they're doing. And we got a group chat with all the guys who committed in my class too. So yeah, we're really close.
Yeah,
That definitely helps. Yeah.
for sure. And I think we have a fellow Nebraskan committed out there, Tommy Palmer. Is he still planning to go out there, Luke? Do you know?
Yeah, he's out there.
Is he out
Okay.
there right now?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, he was pretty successful in the state of Nebraska. We got to get him on for sure.
Definitely.
Right. You have to get him on.
We can make that a future episode for sure.
Yeah, for sure. It's
Some easy convincing.
yeah, the locals are pretty easy to get, but sometimes when we get going into the bigger names, it's tough.
A lot of ghosting. Yeah.
They'll respond to me and then they just stop talking to me. Like, all
God,
right, whatever.
one response. That's all you get.
They're missing out.
There we go.
That's what I'm saying.
So what did you like about Arizona? Like what stood out and made you be like, dang, I want to swim here?
Oh, I mean, I think it was just the team atmosphere. That was really what sold it for me. I went up there. And really from the first time I talked to the guys on the team, it was just an instant click. Everyone's super close. I love the coaches too. I think they're people that I can really bond with. I'm able to talk to them. But I think that I love the area too. Love the school, beautiful campus. I think it just checked all the boxes really. It was just everything was perfect for me.
For sure. So
Gotcha.
did you go and you're like just committed like right after that once you visited?
So I visited, and then I wanted to wait a little bit until after sectionals in March. So I took my visit in January, swum in March, and then I waited a little bit more just to kind of like make sure it was right. And then early May just made the decision.
For sure. And what are some reasons you wanted to? Does Hawaii have a men's swimming team?
Yeah, they do, but I think I just wanted to, it's just a small place. I wanted to kind of go somewhere where I could grow as a person, see different things.
Gotcha.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
So you're planning to go to Arizona. So will you are you a senior this year then?
Yeah, I'm a senior this year.
Gotcha. And what are some like big meets you got coming up or things you're looking forward to?
Yeah, so we got an invite in 3 weeks, and think that'll just kind of be a setup for senior champs in mid-November, and then seeing how we do at senior champs, make some adjustments in how I swim, and then got a week of training after that, then tapering and heading off to Texas for winter juniors, and then see how that goes and head on to March sectionals.
Yeah,
Cool.
definitely works. Take us through some of your like life outside of swimming, like any extracurriculars with like the school or just like in the state of Hawaii.
Yeah, so I think my job, I model, and then I just signed that a couple of days ago to get into an agency, and then I think the favorite thing for me to do outside the pool is just be with my friends and go out, have fun, go to the beach and dive. That's really what I love to do outside.
Gotcha.
What are some swim, like your favorite like swim story, like a favorite swim story or favorite swim meet, or just like what do you got?
Yeah. Yeah, so right before COVID we had states, and this is the funniest the most off guard I think I've ever been. So we're swimming state championships at the University of Hawaii,
Mm-hmm.
and we're in the locker room, and it's me and my two friends. And then me and one of the guys were on one side of the lockers changing into a suit, and the other guys on the other side. And we just heard like the opening of the locker, or heard a thud, and then a bunch of like powder falling out. And one of my friends found a Kool-Aid, like a big thing of Kool-Aid this big, just filled with powder. Just dumped it into one of the lockers for no reason. And then the whole entire meet, everyone was searching for like who did it, and they found him. And I think that was the funniest part, is that like we were trying to like hide who we were the whole entire meet, and but caught us, and had to talk to the pool manager. That wasn't very good.
Well, what did they say?
Well, actually, I didn't talk to the pool manager. My friend that did the powder, he was like, I don't want to snitch on you guys. And so he talked some other people on our team into going as my identity. And so I got to get out of that. Yeah, so they walk in, and the guy who filled in for me, he never saw the photo. And so of the Kool-Aid, never saw it. And he thought it was like a little like packet this big. And so he was talking about how he's like, yeah, I just found this little packet and just dumped it out. And then he showed him the photo, and the pool manager showed the photo with like a rat in the locker, I think, with the Kool-Aid. And he was I think he just started crying, laughing after that, and the pool manager knew that it wasn't me.
There you go. Yeah, good friends.
Yep, that'll do it. Quick question. So back to University of Arizona, what do you hope to like study there? Because it's only half of it.
Yeah, so I've been debating this for a while. I still got some time, but
Yep.
I think for the most part, I'm pretty set on doing a business course. I was thinking about doing engineering at first, but I think that would take a little bit too much away from my swimming with all the studying that I'd have to do.
Yeah.
So I'll do business. I think it's a pretty good business school.
Gotcha. You looked into like their majors and everything, and kind of.
Yeah, I looked into it a little bit, and I talked to the guys on the team too, like who've done the majors. Like, yeah, I think business would be it's a solid course. I think we're rated in the top 10 for it, so I just took it.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
definitely a solid choice.
Sweet. So it looks like what I saw. Did Michael Andrew go to Hawaii like a couple of years ago or something?
Yeah, so I never got to meet him, but one of the guys that swims on my team that's in college right now, John Ryder, he's friends with Michael.
Mm-hmm.
And so every time that Michael's shown up, I haven't been able to meet him, but I think he'll probably come swim with us in the next year, hopefully, because he comes here at least twice a year, I think. And he actually he started a club here too, just recently, Michael Andrew Swim Academy
In Hawaii.
Yeah, so he started a club here, and it's a small team, but they're doing really good. Yeah, it's crazy.
We'll have to keep us posted.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I
for
saw he had the app. I saw he had a swim app. He was selling and stuff, and he was selling like workouts on there. I actually like subscribed because like I don't swim anymore. So and I was like, I made a very brief comeback where I swam one meet with my buddy, and I was like, I'm training for the 50 and the 100. I gotta see what this guy's doing, and it looked pretty nasty. Like, so the workouts on there were disgusting.
No, so the guy that knows John Ryder knows Michael, and he went to San Diego this like a year ago to some practice Michael Andrew. I'm pretty sure it was like 90 50s 200 pace, and he did like that's just what he does on the regular, and just like every single day he'll just average day is ripping out 60 70 50s 200 pace. I don't know how he does that I don't know. It's mind-boggling to me.
For sure. What's how do you guys train? You guys train long? You guys train fast? Like what kind of yardage or meterage you guys doing? And kind of tell us about like what a practice would look like for you.
For sure.
Yeah. So for me, it's a little bit different than the sprinters. I'll do some days I'll do distance. I'll do mostly right now. I'm in the 200 free group. Lots of buckets. The sprinters will do like 25s quality. We don't really do what you would call like garbage yardage, more just like quality hitting pace. Last Tuesday, that I was wiped out for 3 days after it. I think we did it was 100 on 130, trying to hit 52. I think I was 51.9. Then we did 450s 200 pace. On 50, I held 24.2. That's with the flip. And then another 100, 49.9, 350s. Then we went down that ladder, went to 125s. 125s, I think I was 105 for most of them. Hundreds, I was pretty much holding at 50 or under. One of my teammates was going like 48.9 from a push, 100 free, and he was killing me. That's just how he is. I think he was like even splitting them too. That's why I love my training group. You know, everyone pushes each other, and we always walk in ready to beat each other too.
That's a good training group for sure.
Yeah.
What kind of like, so these guys are obviously like really good in your training group. Are they mostly college swimmers or high school swimmers?
Yeah, so it's all high school. I'm the oldest one on the team. I think I'm the only senior. Most of these guys are juniors or sophomores. The guy was going 48.9 from a push. He's a junior. Then we got a good sophomore too. He's been like 20.5 on a relay split when he was a freshman.
Jesus.
That's
Yeah.
Freshman.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that part. I don't know. There's one other senior, and he's 21 low in the 50, I think. But most of them, I'm pretty sure I'm the oldest by like 6 months. So it's a really good young group.
Gotcha. Any other commits in the group? I think you said
No.
there's one more senior.
Yeah, because there's one more senior. I think he's taking, I don't know if he might be taking a gap year, but I think we have 4 juniors on the team, and then they're just starting their recruiting process. And then we got the sophomore who will be starting it a year from now. So no commits yet, but probably on the way.
Definitely in the future.
What are some goals you have at University of Arizona if you want to share?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is that I definitely want to score. For sure, I definitely want to make relays to 800 free relay. That would be one of the biggest goals of mine, because that's my favorite relay. 200 free is probably my best event now. And making that relay would really be special to me. And just being able to go to NCAAs individually or on a relay, that'd be my biggest goal. And then just being able to make an impact on the team and help the program. That's just my biggest thing.
Absolutely.
Paul, you got anything else? We want to run some fun questions.
Yeah, we'll do it. Unless Briscoe, do you have anything you want to share? Anything wild out in Hawaii or in your swim career that we might have missed on? It's all, the floor is yours.
I think you hit a lot of spots. I think for my swim career right now, I'm in a really good spot. I think that finding stuff to do outside the water and working on myself, whether that's physically, mentally, that's really I hope that's really helped me. I hope that more swimmers can kind of follow that trend of outside the water effects inside too. So just being content with yourself and working on yourself every day and working hard. That's what every swimmer gotta do.
All right, so
Gotcha.
we're gonna kind of hit you with some questions here. Favorite pool you've ever swam at?
UT, University of Texas, that for sure. Winter juniors and sectionals, that's the best pool.
Gotcha. Favorite meat snack?
Ooh, I don't know if this is a snack, but I just love to get Chipotle because we don't have it in Hawaii. But like when I go to the mainland, I have to get it.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely true.
I'll eat lots of Nutella too.
There you go.
That's my favorite.
I went to Hawaii one time and my parents took me on this thing. It's called like the Road to Hana or something. Have you
Yeah,
heard of
I've heard of
that?
that.
Oh
Yeah, I've heard of
God,
that
man.
before.
I was like throwing up in the back seat with a towel over my head because like the roads are just like this the whole time.
Oh yeah, that's how the roads are here. I definitely gotten used to that, but people that usually don't drive around here, they definitely throw up a lot
Yeah.
from motion sickness.
That's unfortunate. I was really looking forward to Hawaii.
If you
Yeah.
could swim with anyone, dead or alive, it can be Abe Lincoln, it can be Tom Hanks, Michael Phelps, whoever you want it to be. Who are you swimming with?
Um, I think I'd probably swim with oh, that's a tough question. I'd probably have to go with the new 100 free world record holder, David Popovich.
Oh, okay, nice.
I've definitely with our technique we have similar stuff and you know some similar events. Maybe I don't go down to the 100, but I really admire like what he's been able to do, the mindset that he's held as a 7 or now 18-year-old, but having the mindset to go out and break a world record at 17. I mean, that's just remarkable.
Yeah,
For sure. Yeah.
crazy.
Let me think. What's your we kind of already asked you your favorite thing to do in Hawaii.
I got one. Who's the biggest name you've ever swam with?
Okay, yeah.
Bella Sims.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, she came in July and she was killing me. So I was some with her. She God, I mean she was killing me. She's a real deal. No, it was like it wasn't close. That's the thing. Like she was beating me by like body lengths on 150s.
Oh no. That's
And she wasn't in shape too. This is after she took a break from world champs. So I can't even imagine what she does regularly. Luckily I didn't get embarrassed that bad, but
There you go.
still got crushed.
And for those who don't know who Bella Sims is, could you fill them in?
You know, she's the number one recruit in the class of 2023. She was on the 800 free relay this past world championships, won gold, anchored in 154. Made the Olympic team last year, and one of the best young swimmers ever.
Gotcha.
Yep. Seems about right. You got anything?
Let's see. I feel like, are we missing one, Luke?
I think we are. I just don't know which one.
We should have had these written down like
list, but...
I think I got it. If you could give one piece of advice to a viewer, what would it be?
One piece of advice to a viewer.
Yeah, like words of wisdom. Words of wisdom.
God, I think just trying to, using the pool as a place to, work on us, be happy, and don't be too hard on yourself. I think that's one of the biggest things that I've struggled with in the past couple of years is being too hard on myself that I don't swim good. But just being able to look at it, everything from a big picture, this not just in swimming, but in life too, just seeing what you could do better, taking it light. If you don't do well, that's just kind of how the sport is. We're going to drop time. We're going to have highs, lows, but being able to bounce back and just hold a steady mindset. That's the biggest thing that I wish I knew sooner. And I think that would help a younger swimmer.
For sure.
Well, I think that will wrap up episode 13 of the Last One Fast One podcast. Briscoe
15, Luke. Come on.
Oh,
Episode 15.
My bad. Episode 15.
Luke's missed a couple. That's probably why.
I've been.
Come on, Luke.
Overslept one because he got his tooth pulled or something. I'm just had to do that
okay.
one solo.
Bro, I have my wisdom teeth out. You don't understand.
He would. I don't think he would have been able to speak if he did that one.
No, I was on the grind. All right. But yeah, episode 15, Briscoe Beaton, University of Arizona commit. We look forward to seeing what you can do in the future.
Yes.
Thanks so much for having me on.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.